to her suggested that Mr. Biden's memory was failing and questioned some of his actions, even though the special counsel had found no basis to prosecute the president. The issue that he says, basically, in the report is, if you're trying to prosecute this guy, Mr. Biden would likely present himself to the jury as he did during our interview with him, which is as a sympathetic, well-meaning, elderly man with a poor memory. That's literally what it says in the report.
Yeah.
Well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory. So basically, you can't prosecute this guy because he's not compos mentis, but you can let him run for the president of the United States in November. So that's the world that we've managed to get into.
But don't you think that that's a ruse?
What do you
that
mean?
Him running for president? I think
you don't think he's going to run?
No. I think they're going to get rid of him. I think they're going to move him out. They're going to force him to step down. That's what I think. If I had to guess, and it's just speculation, I'd say they're setting up Gavin Newsom for it. That's what I say. That's what I think. That's what it looks like to me. I think the more and more comes out about this stuff, and more comes out about the Burisma thing and the Penn State thing, where the Chinese donated money to Penn State, and then he got $1 million a year gig where he didn't even have to show up. That's old school. That's like mafia stuff. Was it $1 million a year? How much was it that he got from Penn State? And he was telling people he's a professor at Penn State. He never even went there. Didn't teach one class. Look, some of it is part of it's fun. Like if he wasn't the president, it would be really fun because he's like always making stuff up. He calls people the wrong name. Talks about someone that's dead. It's just it's constant.
It was Penn, not Penn State.
Penn State. Excuse me, Penn. Yeah. Was paid $1 million a year to teach, but never taught a single class. Yeah, University of Pennsylvania. That's what it is. That's a mob job. I had a friend of mine who had one of those jobs. He didn't have to really go to the Javits Center.
like an honorary.
He got a gig. He was a mob guy. He got a gig. He got a gig, and there was if you had made a union negotiation back in the day, like we're talking back in the day, they would throw in a bunch of no work jobs. So no work jobs were part of the thing.
It's just a little sweetener on top.
Yeah. So if you're a mob guy and you're connected to some construction company, they would find companies that they would buy into and own pieces of so that they could kind of funnel their money out. They could say, I'm in the construction business or I'm in the sanitation business. They always had something that they were attached to. But they had no show jobs. You got real money. Got a real fuck.
Hope you enjoyed the latest snippet from JRE Snips and Clips. We're eager to share our thoughts with you and start a dialogue in the comments. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button, follow us, and subscribe for more content just like this. The special counsel's report on Joe Biden, discussed on the Joe Rogan Experience, is truly disconcerting. To think that a sitting president might be perceived as beyond prosecution due to his sympathetic, elderly facade and purported memory issues is downright shocking. It's as though the country is being led into an Orwellian reality where accountability dissipates into the mist of political convenience. Joe Rogan's take on Biden not potentially ruining for re-election and the speculation of grooming Gavin Newsom to take his place is a theory that, while unproven, reflects the lack of confidence in current leadership. It taps into a broader narrative of distrust, the idea that behind closed doors, elites make decisions with little regard for the American people. The Biden administration's series of missteps, both domestically and internationally, have left many Americans feeling uneasy. As a Trump supporter, it's impossible not to draw comparisons between the Trump administration's policies and what we're seeing now. Trump, regardless of one's opinion of him, led with the kind of assertiveness that put America's interests at the forefront. His focus on economic growth and security starkly contrasts with the policies of the Biden administration, which many believe are leading the country down a path of economic instability and weakened international standing. Moreover, the Burisma issue and the revelations about the payment from the University of Pennsylvania to Biden, where he allegedly never taught a class, smack of the old pay-to-play politics that Trump sought to eliminate. These developments further validate the perception of corruption and insider dealings, something that Trump's Drain the Swamp mantra aimed to address. In these politically tumultuous times, people are yearning for transparency and strength, something they found in Trump's leadership. Considering the state of the nation, from border crises to stifled energy independence, it's imperative to have leadership that does more than just present a benign, forgetful persona. The country needs decisiveness and a leader who won't buckle under partisan pressures or be shielded by sentimentality to evade accountability. Ultimately, the Special Counsel's report is a microcosm of larger issues at play, issues that require a leader who can address them head-on, unimpeded by potential cognitive decline or a web of questionable dealings. This is where many feel Biden falls short, and why the prospect of Trump or another strong conservative leader in 2024 is seen as a necessary correction for the country's current trajectory.